Good morning from Co-Learning Launch. We hope you're having an excellent Sunday. For cricket fans, it's an even better Sunday as there are two games coming up today. Here we are to talk about the second game of the day, which is between the team from Mumbai and the team from Delhi. All right, let's go straight into it. What we'll be doing is that we'll list out around 15 players. These are the 15 that we think should definitely be in your consideration when you think of your fantasy teams. And among that, based on their recent performances, based on the credit limitations that various fantasy apps put up, we'll cut it down to 11, and we'll also tell you why this person, why that person. Uh, Also, stick around till the end for the pro tip of the day. uh, and adding to that, I would also like to tell you that we have a WhatsApp and Telegram community that you can join us on. What we do there is, after the toss, if there are any changes, we suggest alternatives. And based on who's batting first, batting second, there may be small little intricacies that could lead to a big change. So just follow us there and join us on those groups to get the latest updates. Subscribe to us here and hit the bell icon so you are notified whenever our video goes live every day. All right, so let's dive straight into it. We start with the keepers today. Ishan Kishan had an excellent start to the tournament with a 99 he hit. Although that ended up in a losing cause, but that was an absolutely brilliant innings. And we have Rishabh Pant, who's been consistently scoring 35, 40 runs around that ballpark figure. Uh, and both of them are keepers, which gives you additional keeping points. But then selecting among them, if you think of it, Ishan Kishan has not been in very good form of late. Like he had that brilliant innings, but then it seems that he's tapered off a bit with he scored a run a ball 32. He got a duck the last game. He came out and started swiping right away. And then there's Rishabh Pant, who's consistently giving you 35 plus, and we know that he's got the potential for more. In fact, his best innings last year came against Mumbai, which is something you must consider because there is something that sparks people against certain oppositions, and this could be Rishabh Pant's day, which is why we've gone ahead with him ahead of Ishan Kishan. Moving to all rounders. So what we have here is Hardik Pandya, Kyron Pollard, and Marcus Stoinis. But we've gone with Pollard and Stoinis simply because Pandya isn't bowling as much and Pandya bats too low for him to make the team as a pure batsman. So Pollard has been bowling his cutters lately and he's been effective. He's getting a couple of wickets. He's been economical. And with the bat, we all know what he's capable of. And if it's a high scoring game, he will come into play. And we've seen that he's played some crucial knocks this season so far with the 60 not out he got and so on. Stoinis has been really consistent for the Delhi team. In the middle order, he's been like the go-to person for them. Whenever there is trouble, he's bailed them out. So yeah, Stoinis with the bat, uh, like Stoinis makes the team purely for his batting. But then he's also got wickets. He's been bowling regularly and he's also got wickets. So last game he got two. The game before that he got one, and so on. So yeah, that way I think it's a very fair pick between the two of them. And then we come to batsmen. So here we have four batsmen that I think most of you might also pick. So there's Rohit Sharma, the Indian opener, who's been really good so far. He's also done well in the venue that the match is being held today. There's Surya Kumar Yadav, who's the most consistent number three for Mumbai that they've had over the years. So he's been very consistent, and uh, he also does well at this venue. Uh, then we go to Shreyas Iyer and Prithvi Shaw, both young Indian batsmen who've taken the tournament by fire so far. So if you think of it, Shreyas Iyer has played some match-winning knocks, although he missed out last game. Same with Prithvi Shaw, he missed out last game. But then they've been super consistent, and there's no reason not to pick them. So all four of these people make our 11 as well. Then we move on to bowlers. Now in bowlers, you have Rabada. So just to put the stat out there, Rabada has gotten at least one wicket in the last 19 IPL games he's played, and he's got at least two wickets or two or more wickets in all of the last 13 games he's played. That's an that's a brilliant performance. And if you think of it, that's if he gives you 2 wickets every game, that's 50 points straight away. That's as good as a batsman scoring a 35. So yeah, Rabada is someone you can also consider for captain, vice captain. But yes, Rabada is certainly makes the team without any question. There's Harshal Patel. Now Harshal Patel, what he brings to the table is he's good with the bat. He's really handy with the bat. He can come and tonk a few in the end. And with his bowling, he's got a lot of these variations, these cutters, these slower ones, which are wicket taking deliveries. And as we know, wickets are the only bowling parameter that get you points. So economy, maidens, all of that get you points, but they are relatively less. But then what gets you a point is a wicket. You get 25 points for a wicket. And Harshal Patel is a wicket taking bowler. He may not be the best bowler of the team, but he's a wicket taking bowler. Same with Trent Bolt. Trent Bolt up front can swing the ball if there is swing on offer. That gets you a couple of wickets at the death as well. uh, he's actually been really effective, very surprisingly. Like if you look at him last year, he was not so effective in the death, but if you look at him this year, he has been effective in the death. He's getting wickets. He's also someone who's in the running for the purple cap, although Rabada is running with it straight. But he's also someone who's in contention for the purple cap with about 10-11 wickets, which is why Trent Bolt makes this team. And there is Bumrah. Bumrah has been bowling well. He's actually been creating pressure, but the pressure he's creating is leading to wickets for others, which is why you'll see that we've picked Trent Bolt ahead of Bumrah. Now there is no denying that Bumrah might come today, take a couple of wickets, and may even do well than Bolt. But then traditionally, statistically, what has happened in the tournament so far is that Bolt has picked more wickets. Bumrah might have bowled better than Bolt, but Bolt has picked more wickets, which is why he makes the team. Now we go to Ashwin. Ashwin actually is someone a lot of people are not considering, but I strongly recommend that you consider, especially after his two man of the match performances. He's gotten 2 wickets for almost no runs. He's got 2 for 12 in the last game. He got two in the 1 over he bowled when he got injured. So Ashwin, in the short duration he's played, has been really impressive and is a bowler that you must consider. But as we know, with the Delhi team, the focus is on Rabada, on Nokia, on other bowlers, which is why Ashwin has made the 15 purely because of that, and we recommend that you consider him. There is also Rahul Chahar. Rahul Chahar is the leg spinner, and the venue that they are playing at really suits that kind of bowling, which is why Rahul Chahar makes the team. Uh, yeah, so you'll also see that he's picked wickets, and there are not a lot of good players who play spin in the Delhi middle order. So there's Shimron Hetmeyer, there's Stoinis who can be on and off with spin. That's why Rahul Chahar can be an important player today. All right, so that's the team for today. So what's the pro tip? Okay, so in the pro tip today is that so if you see today's game, it has a lot of high credit players. So whenever you have high credit players, make sure to pick those who have the opportunity to score more points. By that I mean, if in high credit games you often have to make a choice between two very good players. So in that case, what you do is that you try and pick in-form openers, because in-form openers, for example, have the most opportunity to make more runs, in turn score more points that way. Or yeah, so or even all-rounders for that matter. So if they come into play regularly with both bat and ball, that's something you must consider. So in high credit games, make sure to consider those people who have the opportunity to score more points. That is openers, all rounders, etc. So yeah, that's the team for today. I hope you all agree. I hope that all of you all have a good game in fantasy leagues today. Yeah, so we also, as I said before, we have a WhatsApp and Telegram community where you can join us, where we give you updates post the toss. Yeah, so sometimes what happens is that teams make last minute changes, and that can affect how you pick your fantasy team. So for all that, for those alternatives, for those suggestions, you can join our WhatsApp and Telegram communities, whichever you're comfortable with. You will find that link in the description. So yeah, have a super Sunday, have a fun Sunday. That's it for today. Bye, guys.